Hey guys, today's story, it's about a ping-pong show that took a terrifying turn in the heart of Bangkok. Let's dive in. My wildest experience in Thailand involved a ping-pong show gone very wrong. Let me give you some context. I had been to Thailand a couple of times. When I was younger with my family, for my 18th birthday, I was given a bit of money. So I bought a return ticket to Bangkok and planned the trip with two other friends. A couple of days in and things were going great. Partying on Koh San Road, meeting all kinds of people and taking in everything that Bangkok had to offer. Living the dream of a Western 18-year-old. We had heard of Patpong Road and the ping pong shows, and that's what we were there for. One evening, we jumped into a tuk-tuk and headed off to the red light district, loaded up on Chang beer and youthful exuberance. We walked around the markets for a bit, until we were stopped by a young man asking if we would like to see a show. I don't remember the exact price, but it was something like 150 baht for entry and one drink each. We accepted and headed up the stairs to a really dodgy joint. As we entered, the door closed behind us, and I noticed that there was no door handle on the door on the inside. That should have been the first sign. There were 3 women on the stage ranging between around 20 and 55 years of age doing all sorts of things that should not be able to be done by the downstairs area of a woman. I won't go into detail on that, but it wasn't pretty, that's for sure. A working girl came up to us and took our order for drinks, which was all good and well, and we watched the show for a while. Girls were coming up to us, making conversation, then leaving after a while, and I noticed that they would leave their drinks on our table. 10 or 15 minutes passed, and we still hadn't gotten any drinks. The signs that this was dodgy were starting to mount up. I look at my friends, and we decide that it's definitely time to get out of there. We stood up to leave, and immediately everyone stopped whatever they were doing, stood up, and stared at us. For a second, you could hear a pin drop. I don't remember now if it did or not, but it felt like the music stopped at that exact moment. All of a sudden, every single person in the club started shouting as loud as they possibly could, in Thai, English, anything to make noise. The only thing I remember was the older Thai lady screaming, "You pay for drinks, you pay for girls, 500 baht each, motherfucker," or something along those lines. We stood there in shock for a few seconds, and my friend Harvey started reaching into his pocket to pay the woman. We were all really freaked out in the moment. We tried to make our way to the door, but the Thai lady stood in front of it, blocking our way out, still screaming at us to pay up. She was barely 5 feet, but saying she was plump would be generous. Low center of gravity is an asset in her business, I guess. Everyone was walking towards us, getting closer and closer, and it felt like we were either going to have to pay up or get beaten up. When the security guard comes up the stairs, as he opens the door, I saw a slither of light, and in that moment, I pretty much turned into Jason Bourne. I grabbed the lady by her shoulder and pushed her to the side. Throwing her into the wall, she hurled expletives at us. We barged past the security guard, ran down the stairs, and onto the street. We sprinted through the market until we were sure that nobody was following us and found the closest tuk-tuk to take us back to safety. In the end, we made it back to our hotel, safe and sound, and we can laugh about it now. But boy were we scared in the moment. The lesson is not to get drawn in by the scammers. In the red light district of Bangkok, only go to clubs that have respectable reviews online. And always keep your wits about you in a foreign country. Makes for a great story though.